went to the funeral. So regarding the general discussion session, we'll let you know because we feel that if Kishan is there, it will be tremendous value addition along with Anuji and you guys. Regarding that, I'll let you know whether it will be postponed or it will be conducted today itself. That I'll let you know. Okay, me or Harini will be letting you know. All right. So what was the discussion today?
So overall on solid fuel and liquid fuel.
Okay, both are over.
Yes. Like LDO, then biofuel, furnace oil, bioeco.
Yeah.
So we got no idea about how it is, how the transaction is happen, how the tracing quality testing is done by our partner like SGS. So we got all the idea. So transaction is open.
Nice. So today, our objective is to understand our platform better, how our platform works, what is the workflow, proper workflow, what are the user what are the pain points that we are resolving for the customers, things like that. We will be having a generalized discussion about that. Okay. Hi Harshad,
Hello.
how are you?
Fine. Sorry.
Great, see you. So Mahesh is also about to join, right?
Prasad is there.
Sorry?
Venkat is there.
I didn't understand. What was it?
Venkat sir is there, no? Somebody Venkat from accounts.
Yeah.
Acha.
So we actually have two buckets. One for accounts and one is for CTO, co-founder. Both are buckets.
Acha. Okay.
All right. Okay. So Mahesh is here. Hi Mahesh.
Hello.
Yeah. So hope I am audible for everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
तुमचं थंडी वाजता वाटतं तिथे कोणाला टेम्परेचर ड्रॉप झालं
यार थोडा टेम्परेचर आहे जरा मला बरं
जॅकेट घालून
बरं नाही थोडा व्हायरल चाललाय इकडे
What's the temperature there, Anuji?
Around 10, 9.5 to 10.
Okay, I can see you having all those sweaters and everything.
Yes. Viral, the weather condition is not so much good here. Sometimes in daytime, somewhere around 30, 29, 30 degrees.
Okay.
And night time during 9 at 10. So it's going.
Nice. It's slightly heating up here, like 35, 36 during the daytime, but in the morning time it's good weather, like 16 to 20, 22. Okay. Okay. So I think once after the rejoins, we can start, right? So do any of you try to take a look at the platform?
No, not it. Actually, we want to understand how the platform works and how the transaction is done from start to end, like from supplier to customer.
Okay.
So we want to understand that.
We do have a scientific and everything. I just want to know whether any of you try to sign up with a demo code or something like that. Okay, Harshad is back. Okay, shall we start then?
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect,
Sure.
perfect, perfect. So yeah, so right now through all these sessions here, we have a good knowledge about the products, the SKUs that we are dealing with. So right now, I think this is ideal time to start understanding our platform better, how things are working, what are the things that we are, what are the problems that we are solving for the consumer or the customer, our customers, the users generally. Uh, so I'll do one thing. Initially, I will show you how a sign up goes. It's pretty easy, and also, yeah, Omkar is here. So I'll also show you the entire platform, the inside of the platform, like the dashboard and everything. As well as I will show you a workflow, right from RFQ to the order. So you will understand how things go for both the buyer end as well as on the seller end. Okay, sounds good.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. If you have any suggestions or any doubt at any even point of time, you just simply shoot it. Okay, so I'll be able to resolve that as we go. So I'll do one thing. I'll share my screen. Hope you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we can. So this is actually our sign-in page. So the sign up takes actually less than 5 minutes to do. It will be taking pretty much basic details. Any kind of layman can register on our platform. So it will be taking your basic details only. I'll walk you through some demo things how to register this. So here we will be collecting the basic details of the customer. And also you can see that there are three options will be available here on the user type, manufacturer, trader, and consumer. In this manufacturer and trader, they will be having a buyer account as well as a seller account because they work in both ways. Consumer will be having only a buyer account. Okay. So the main thing is anybody can, as I told you, anybody can easily be a part of fuel because it pretty much any layman can understand the terms. It will basically have like 3 or 4 steps to. Oh, okay. To do this. Okay. Now we'll be collecting bunch of information from the customers, like company name and details. So there is a most common questions that we are getting. Why do you need all these details? So with all these details, we are actually verifying people. So we ensure that all the all the users registered in our platform are genuine users. So based on the details that they are giving, so we'll do a background verification for them, and we'll make sure that they are good to go. So at the end of the day, you will be able to access a large set of verified genuine sellers of different kind of biofuels. So that's one of our key options that we are giving to our consumers. And the other thing is our platform is completely free. So unlike any other competitors that we have, we don't need a subscription fees or annual maintenance fees or anything like that. You can pay as it is. There is a small amount of commission that comes under once they start using the platform. That's all. Apart from that, they can just register their company, and the user has the complete flexibility to determine things. They can choose whether to sell through biofuel or not. So it's completely up to them. So we'll be collecting all these details, like the product details, with them, so that we can actually show the design result that they need to see. So as the last step of the process, they will be getting an OTP. So this will help us to ensure that they have given us the genuine details, genuine mail IDs and everything. And we will do a background check of the application as soon as they done finishing this step. We will do a background verification. On this background verification, we will make sure that their case is correct and everything is filled properly. Okay, so this is the actual on this four steps is the sign up phase of the user. So as you can see, it is pretty simple and there is no much of rocket science. You don't need to know a lot more than that to do this thing particularly. Okay, so that's it. Is there any doubt in the sign up field? I would like to know that.
No, no.
In the sign up process, do you have any doubt?
No, no,
No,
no,
no.
no.
Not.
Okay. So I'll go through all the points that we have covered here. Again, first thing, the user doesn't have to pay any kind of fees or anything like that. The biofuel platform is completely free for them. Second thing, sorry, I was not able to hear you. Can I continue?
No, no.
Yes, yes,
Adulji?
yes, please, Prasad. Yes,
Can I
yes,
continue?
please. Continue.
Okay.
Please.
I heard something in between there. Okay, all right. So second thing, we make sure that all the users registered with us are genuine users based on the information provided from them, and we will do a background check. Okay, and we also will make sure that all of the information that they have provided will not be falsified. Sorry.
Actually, someone's voice is getting echo.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I'll disconnect the main screen. Maybe it will be my audio getting played back at me. There is a chance for that. Let me disconnect the main screen. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
now
yes.
it's
Yeah.
Now it's fine.
Perfect, perfect.
Now it is clear. Yeah.
It's better, I think. Okay, all right. So, yeah, as we were discussing the points, like during the sign up, what are the main points? So again, starting from one, in layman can register. The registration is completely free. And second thing, they can access a large set of verified users based on the information that they have provided. We'll be verifying these users, and all these people are genuine users. So that's the second thing. Third thing, they'll be having this conservative mentality that their numbers and the mail IDs will be shared, will act as a directory. So that's what happens with some of our competitors like India Mart and everything. So you will be receiving a lot of calls, hundreds of calls, and the valid calls will be you have no idea how valid those calls are. Okay, so we will not be publicizing their details like a phone number or anything like that. So these are the three things that we are providing as a benefit to the user. Okay, all right. So the next thing we'll go through the dashboard of our platform. This is actually once you've done the sign up, this is the screen that you. I think somebody's voice is causing an echo. This is all. Adulji, you can mute. I think you're the only one who's not on mute.
Just a minute.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Okay, so this is the dashboard that you will be seeing after the sign up process. So here we'll do one thing. We'll discuss the pain points of a customer, and we'll discuss how Biofuel platform as a platform, how Biofuel is rectifying all of them. So Adilji, I like your inputs here. Like in this particular sector, what are the main pain points that a customer finds? Either it will be a manufacturer or a consumer, whatever it is. What are the some of the common pain points that they are finding?
Prasad ji.
Yeah.
Hello, Prasad ji.
Yes. Go on.
Are we verifying those detail entered by the manufacturer or vendor in our system?
Mm-hmm.
So whether that product is really manufactured by him or not, whether that GST number is correct or not, are we verifying? No?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll do a complete background check. So some people might have given the cancelled GST number as well. So we'll check whether the GST is correct or not, which area they are. From the GST portal, we'll get a bunch of information. Which area they are, their legal trade name, their business name, and the year with which the GST is valid, things like that.
How exactly we verify that GST is active currently or not active? Just a photo statement we are getting it and verify that on that basis, or is there any other portal where we could check it?
Yeah, so yes, the GST verification is done that way itself. And again, based on the product, we'll be able to understand whether they are which are the product they are dealing with. And we will do a conduct a background test as well, like give a random call and find out whether they are genuine suppliers of these kind of fuels, everything like that.
And what about
So that's clear, right?
manufacturer, Prasad ji? Prasad ji, what about the manufacturer of financial strength? Are we checking their P&L or balance sheet kind of thing or any audit kind of thing?
Not during the onboarding process, we don't do that. But while doing a transaction, if they are asking for a credit terms or a repayment assistance with our NBFC or other banking options, we will be asking all those details.
Yes, correct. Why I'm asking now? Because based on the manufacturer financial strength, we can assume that whether this manufacturer is really financially strong or not.
Yes. So that we do once they initiate a transaction, and most probably they'll be they want something like a credit terms or something like that. So at that time, we will be collecting all these details and we'll evaluate against them against that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Adilji, can you just give some points like what are the main pain points of the consumer in the biofuel sector?
Yeah, come back again, Prasadji.
Can you please share some of the pain points of the consumer? You just consider yourself as a consumer of biofuel, and what are the common
Okay.
pain points of the consumer that you are facing in this industry?
See, first of all, the competitive price. Okay.
Okay,
First of all, the competitive price. Okay. See, if I am
sorry.
customer and currently I am using a, let's say, biodiesel or biomass briquette or any loose biomass. Okay. If
Mhm.
somebody from your side, a biofuel side, comes to me and asks me to give the order, then I will ask him to give me your competitive rate or less than the rate which I am currently purchasing. Correct.
Okay,
So
yes.
second thing is the quality. Okay. So
Mhm.
what quality you are going to supply me? Okay.
Okay.
Whether it is as per my requirement or like 3600 GCV or moisture in sawdust somewhere around 25 to 30%. Somebody says 20%, somebody says 35%. So naturally, it will be a weight loss in that sawdust. Okay. And
Mhm.
third thing is sustainability,
Okay.
consistency on delivery. So these
Okay.
three things I'll majorly focus when I'm going to purchase any product from any supplier. Competitive
Perfect.
price, quality, and consistency, supply.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Perfect. Is there any other points that needs to be added? Do you have any other points, Sanjay, Omkar, Mahesh, or Harshad?
Uh, yes, one point is how the manufacturer, as Atul sir raised the point, as हम लोग जैसे अपना मैन्युफैक्चरर को कंपेटेबल है
The
या
sound
माझी
नहीं.
is
आवाज
too
नाही
low.
येत आहे.
हेलो हेलो,
Your voice
The
is too
sound is
low.
too
महेश
low.
तुझा आवाज नाही येत आहे.
am I audible now?
Now it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So जैसे
He's in the
अतुल सर ने
dark
पॉइंट
actually.
रेज किया था. Okay, just a moment.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Go on. Go on, Ji.
ओके, जैसे अतुल सर ने पॉइंट रेस किया था कि मैन्युफैक्चरर का
Mm-hmm.
कैपेसिटी कैपेबिलिटी क्या है. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई एम गिविंग द ऑर्डर ऑफ मंथली 1500 metric ton. Okay.
Okay.
And for if a manufacturer is having only one machine, okay, at their
Mm-hmm.
premises, so वो मैक्सिमम आपका 400 से लेके 350 से लेके 400 तक का ही मंथली आपका ऑर्डर दे सकता है. बट इफ ही इज टेकिंग 1500 tons of order and he is having only one machine, he is 100% going to be a trade out of it. So कैपेसिटी जो है वो चेक करना भी एक वैलिड पॉइंट है इसमें. जैसे सर ने
Definitely.
बोला
Definitely. Definitely.
कि उसका जो फाइनेंशियल बैकग्राउंड है दैट नीड टू बी वेरीफाइड, प्लस हिज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज आल्सो मैटर सम टाइम.
Definitely, definitely. I agree with that. So, as I told you, once the transaction is being conducted, so this is just a sign up process. We actually made the sign up process as simple as possible since an online portal is completely new into the into a B2B industry like biofuels. So we made the entire process as simple as possible. Once they initiate the transaction, once they are ready to sell something or once they are ready to buy something, immediately all these factors that you have discussed comes into picture. We will verify that. We will verify the quality and everything that is provided by the manufacturer. We will verify that the manufacturer has the capacity to do that. Everything will be done once a transaction or before a transaction is being initiated. That's been taken care by our sales lead actually. So, if I'm correct, Adulji floated some pain points of the consumer, the main problems that a consumer faces in this biofuel industry, right? I mean, like pricing, quality, sustainability, consistency, and delivery. And yeah, now let's discuss through the platform how biofuel helps to solve these problems and bunch of other problems and other what are the other value added services that we are providing to the consumer. Okay, I'll share the screen again.
Premises, Prasad ji,
Sorry.
are we visiting to vendors' premises for under the vendor evolution? Are we visiting
Yeah,
to
if
vendors who have
our FSOs will be visiting the vendors as well.
okay, okay, okay.
So there is a option for that as well. Like right now, what happens is most of the manufacturers who ordered in the Tamil Nadu sector, mostly most of them are visited by the FSOs already. So they are actually making them
Okay.
register on our platform. So those aspects we have already
Okay.
covered. And we can use these FSOs to, as Adulji pointed out, to verify, sorry, Mahir pointed out, to verify the supply capacity, the infrastructure of that particular manufacturer. It is quite possible.
Is there any
Okay.
parameters we have already set for that, or we are in the
Sorry?
process of preparing the SOP?
I didn't get you, Maheshji.
Is there any process we already implemented? Like, is there any SOP for the this
Right now,
verifying
the premises listing there is it is not mandatory actually. We are not doing that mandatorily. We only do that once we are not sure about the capacity of the manufacturer or the quality of the manufacturer. We'll be conducting a like a live meeting or something like that. So we'll do episodes on the sales leads. So right now, what happens right now is we'll be verifying based on the GST and the product that they have chose, everything like that. If it is mandatory only, they will be assigning an FSO to do that. And as I told you, many of the 70% of the onboarding is done through our FSOs only. So they have already met the manufacturers or trader or even consumer. Is that clear? Perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, this is our yeah. Go on. Or is that my echo?
No, it's okay.
Okay, my echo, I think. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is how the dashboard look like for this. Actually, here you can see the profiles that you are in. You can switch to seller as well as buyer. As we discussed in the initial time, there is an option to be a trader, manufacturer, and a consumer. Trader and manufacturer will be having these two options, like a seller and buyer profile. So in a buyer profile, as we have already discussed, all of these people are verified, and you will be able to view their profile to see the basic details. For example, yeah, this is one of the customer from Pune, Maharashtra itself. They are supplier of biofuel oil, biomass briquettes, or biofuel. And if they have done any transactions or anything like that, they will be having ratings from the buyers as well. Okay, so now the dashboard allows you to actually access the largest verified seller base. So one of the issue that Adulji has floated was the pricing. So biofuel actually enables you to expand your reach of different kind of sellers, and you can actually send multiple RFQs to multiple people and find out the best pricing available in the market and choose them. While receiving the quote, you will be also receive bunch of other factors as well. I'll show you that. So yeah, so in discoverability and what to say, accessing a large set of verified users is one of our key point or one of the key point of our platform. And if you want to narrow down the search, you can use it based on the state, or you can use based on the product, or you can use the combination of both. Or if you know any sellers already, you can search it here as well. Okay. Now we can split the entire transaction into two parts. One is the inquiry part, like sending a RFQ, getting a receiving a code, doing a counter offer. All these are inquiries. Once everything is set on that part, once they are ready to buy, once they accept the code, it will move on to the order part. Okay. Now on the order part, based on the execution of one order, it will be under different stages. It will be under send, it will be under awaiting execution, it will be under in execution, or as it is completed, it will move to completed orders. So I'll do one thing. I'll open up a completed order. I'll show you how the entire workflow of Buyofuel actually. Okay. So here, let's say, so here the first enquiry is always generated from the buyer itself. So the buyer will give the basic details that a seller want to know before he booking, like what is the product, of course, how much quantity is required. Second thing, Adulji again, as you asked, quality. So quality testing is one of the other USP that Buyofuel is providing to all its buyers. We are in tie-up with a lot of labs like Bureau Vidyas, the Cochin Test House, Coimbatore labs, labs in Bangalore Test House. So we are actually in touch with a lot of labs, and the buyer can choose to test out this material before he buys this. And if it is about 20,000 liters or so, up to 4 parameters, he can test for free. We are giving it as a free of cost. Or else, if it is below 20,000 liters or 20 times, they can still do the quality testing at a lesser price. So it can be done two ways. One, before before dispatching the material from the seller side to the buyer, or after the buyer receives the material. So we have our own courier team. Let's say we are integrated with Shiprocket, and we will be scheduling the pickup of the sample from the buyer side or the seller side to the quality testing labs, and it will be done either for free if it is if the quantity is significant, or at a discounted prices based on the buyer. Okay, so that quality issue will be resolving here. And again, the parameters need to be tested, the delivery address, who is arranging the transportation. If they want us to arrange the transportation, we will do that. When is their preferred delivery date? All these bunch of things they will send as an inquiry. Now once the seller receives the inquiry, he will reply with the pricing, the total cost, the transportation, what will be the thing. Here the transport is buyer, that's why it is put as not applicable. If it was seller, then the transportation price will be, you can see that alone. Okay, and here you can see the GST slab, payment terms. This is another thing that we will be discussing, payment terms, and if there is any additional terms or remarks or anything like that, they will be putting it here. Now all these few steps are over. Now quote is okay. For example, if there is any, since our transaction leads are handling most of these things, the negotiation part is almost done from the transaction lead and itself. Till we allow a one-time negotiation option, like a counter offer. So they can actually send a counter offer. For example, if it is 41.5, they can ask for 41. Or on the payment terms, they can send a counter offer. For example, 50% in advance and 50% after the delivery of material. Different payment terms are available. So that is also quite possible. Now once the order is accepted, yeah, you will be able to see all the details like this. Again, the quoted details. Plus, once the order is executed, that's another beauty of biofuel. You don't have to call the buyer. Don't have to call 100 times to seller to receive the like the wage slip, the invoice, or where is the driver number, or the vehicle number. If there is a tracking link, yeah, the buyer will be able to track the or the vehicle as well. So all these options available live here itself. They can view the invoice, they can view the bill, they will be able to view the EV bill options, and everything lively as it is executed. The buyer will be able to see this. Instead of making hundreds of calls, they can do that from their dashboard itself. And some of the transportation logistic partners offers tracking link as well, so that they don't have to call the driver continuously to know where the load is. They can actually track it from the phone or computer itself. So it's a that's a another USB that we are giving. So now you can see the entire flow of an order. The RFQ code to order, the code order execution. Everything is here. So that's another USP that we are offering. The complete transparency of the execution of the order. The complete transparency and traceability of the order can be viewed here. So that's the main thing that I want to share with you. Now, again, another pain point that some of the sellers or traders from the trader side, from the consumer side, from the trader side, some of the traders were not able to access the large consumers like corporates since their payment structure is in a different way. For example, if I want to sell something to Ultratech, I have to do it for a credit period of 30 days. So if I'm a medium level trader, I won't be able to hold that much amount of money for 30 days. For example, I'll be sending loads every day, and after 30 days only, I'll be able to get the payment. So at the end of the day, it's a huge bulk amount. So normal traders won't be able to access these largest buyers. So that they are actually missing out some great opportunity. That's where our payment terms comes in. Our NBFC or DBS bank or the banking partner, they will be able to provide different kind of payment terms. Either it will be based on bank guarantee, post-dated check, things like that. Different terms are there. Based on that, they can actually give credit to a buyer. So what happens is like the seller will be getting paid instantly, and buyer will get enough time to pay back for the material. So at the end of the day, the buyer will be able to get the material at a lowest price. The trader is able to, sorry, the aggregator or the trader is able to sell his product to the large buyers at a better price. So who are controlling this game in the middle with a lot of money, yeah, they will get negated in this situation. Okay, so it gives more importance to or more benefit to the buyer as well as the aggregator or trader who are selling the material. Okay, that's the another key point that I want to discuss with you guys. Now, again, payment terms is here. On the analytics part, you will be able to see the overall performance that is the transaction that is done this month, the revenue share based on different the products that you have chose, quantity share, things like that. Now this entire dashboard will be changing pretty soon, so we are working on that. They will be able to get a bunch of more information on the analytics part, and also will be making the steps if it is needed. We'll reduce the steps of number of steps in the execution of the order in order to give a more better user experience, let's say. Okay, and you can see that anyone with a basic knowledge about the technical details, or anyone who can use a computer or phone, they can send an inquiry and execute an order. That much easy the platform is. Okay, so that's the main thing that I want to share. So that's that's it. That's the main thing. So here, what we have discussed again, I'll get you through the points here. For the pricing part, you will have the discoverability option, like you will be able to access a large number of different kind of sellers. So you will always get the best pricing available. We have the quality assurance part covered because we are already in touch with different labs. So the buyer will be able to send a sample from the buyer end or from the factory end itself. So it will be get tested. It will be getting tested. Third thing, discoverability or the traceability. After the execution of each order, the buyer doesn't have to contact the seller multiple times to get all these details. They will be able to see as it is happening, the invoice, the bill, the pay slip, everything they will be able to access through the dashboard itself. Third thing, main thing, the payment options. The buyer, the consumer, if they want payment credit or something like that, we will be able to offer them that. And the aggregator, if they are not able to access this large sellers because of this particular issue, we will be able to solve that so that the small consumers, sorry, so small traders will be getting better price as well as again the consumer also will be getting a better price. So it's a win-win scenario for both parties. So that's the main thing. Now, yeah. Now let's discuss what are the doubts that you have, or what are the concerns that you have. If you have any other suggestions that needs to be made in the that need to be made in the platform, we can discuss that as well. Go on.
Prasadji, how the seller is getting paid?
So right now
On
it is happening
upfront or
offline. Yeah. So right now the payment is happening offline. So pretty soon, by the end of this month, we will be having our own payment gateway system. So
okay.
we are in touch with the multiple payments gateway system like Open Money, ICICI Bank. So once we connect our platform to their APIs, the buyer will be actually able to send money through our platform itself. Now the other beauty part is here is we have a wallet as well. If you can see here, you can see available deposit is 0.00 INR. So buyer can actually deposit the money to a wallet, an escrow account, and which gives assurance to the seller that the money is there, and it gives the buyer also the assurance that the money is there. It is not given to the seller yet. So again, with trusting us, they will be able to execute the order based on the payment terms. If it is 50% advance and 50% after delivery, they can deposit the money here. 50% once they are executing the order, they can transfer the first 50%. For example, this is the older system. This is not actually the newer one. So this is the old system. I'll show you. Let me see. Everything is available. Yeah. Here the transfer fund option is there. Now, if I can just the partial payment, I can do that from here. So our new payment gateway system also will be having a similar kind of mechanism. So based on the payment terms, they will be able to do the payment. Again, if they need a credit facility or something like that, that's where we step in and conduct the transaction through one of our finance partner company. Anything else?
So how about the credit here?
Sorry?
How about the credit?
I didn't understand the question.
How about the credit?
Yeah, if the buyer needs a credit, sorry, for example, as I told you, the companies like Ultratech and everyone, they need a credit because their payment term is actually 30 days. So what happens here is our banking partner, DBS banks or our NBFC partner, they will step in the middle of this transaction, and they'll be the one who will be billing to the buyer, and the trader will be billing to this finance partner. So the seller will pay instantly. The seller will get paid instantly, and the buyer can actually pay back after 30 days or whatever the credit period is.
So we can offer the credit period to the clients directly.
Yes, exactly.
If some companies, for example, in manufacturing industry, what will happen? Some people will be having a standard credit period of 30 days, 45 days, 60 days,
Yes,
up to
yes,
90 days it will be available. Do we
yeah.
have any stagnant line period for this?
Not actually. Again, this once a transaction is getting initiated, these things are negotiable. I think some of the things are negotiable. Some things are fixed, as you said. As I told you again, the Ultratech example, if you take that, they have a, fixed period of 30 days to pay back the money. So based on the our finance partner, we'll do that.
Okay. Is there any margin for that? Like if we are giving a 30 days of a credit, we need to
One
put
second.
this much of a
Yes.
margin.
Yeah. Sorry, somebody was here. I was not able to hear the question.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it?
For example, some clients are taking a 30 days or 45 days of a credit. Are we going to add any margin or interest kind of a thing?
Definitely, there will be an interest from the finance partner, trade finance partner. Definitely, there will be an interest that needs to be paid by the buyer if they want to avail the services. We will be having our commission, our general commission.
Thank you.
Just
Anything else?
yes.
So is this interest wala part is acceptable to the seller or buyer? Interest part will be paid by a buyer, right?
Buyer,
Buyer,
buyer.
yes, obviously yes. Buyer.
Seller will paid on the time on time payment.
Yeah, seller will get paid on time
Oh,
because seller once they bill this to the trade finance partner, their part is over. Now the buyer is the one. The buyer is the one who needs the credit, right? Credit period. So they will be the one who will be paying the interest.
Yes, Prasad I have two doubts in that. First is
Mahesh, you are
quality.
not audible there.
Hello,
Your voice
am I
is
audible?
too feeble.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yes, I have two doubts. One
yeah.
is from quality testing thing. Okay,
Okay,
so let's have an example. I am a buyer. I have float an inquiry for 1,000 metric ton
okay,
sawdust briquette. Okay,
okay,
and I got some inquiry from Mr. Atul sir. I got supplier Mr.
okay.
Atul, and he agreed for X price. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
we have taken the sample in the laboratory. We check and find okay. I have given the PO to Atul sir.
Okay.
Then what happened? After three, four transactions, like I have received the goods, I started getting impure briquette from Atul sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So
Poor
initially,
quality. You
how
mean.
pure quality basically. So is there any frequent quality testing we are going to do first thing? And
Yeah.
second thing, when the payment terms, as Atul sir discussed, कि बॉस अभी मुझे तो 30 दिन का पेमेंट ये मिल गया क्रेडिट मिल
Mm-hmm.
गया आई एम इफ अतुल सर इज अ मैन्युफैक्चरर एंड आई एम अ
Okay.
बायर
Okay.
अतुल सर को 30 दिन का मिल गया क्रेडिट पीरियड अभी फर्स्ट 10 डेज में जो 2-3 गाड़ियां आई वहां पे तो क्वालिटी
Mm-hmm.
अच्छा था बट
Okay.
आफ्टर जो क्वालिटी आ रहा है उसमें इम्प्योरिटी है ओके
Mm-hmm.
अभी मैंने जब वो बर्न किया इन द बॉयलर तब मुझे
Mm-hmm.
एसएफआर जो रेट होता है वो कम मिला
Okay.
तभी मुझे पता चला कि बॉस इसके मटेरियल में कुछ तो इम्प्योरिटी है तब मैंने टेस्ट किया मेरे लेबोरेटरी में कि बॉस इसका क्या है तो ये दोनों चीजें हम कैसे मॉनिटर करने वाले हैं फर्स्ट क्वालिटी एंड सेकंड इफ द मैन्युफैक्चरर्स सेंड मी अ रॉन्ग क्वालिटी मटेरियल देन
Okay.
मुझे
So,
तो पैसा मिल गया
yeah.
है
Got it. Got
जस्ट
it. So, as I have discussed, the buyer always has the like what to say the option to choose the quality testing at the time of sending an inquiry itself. So you are placing 1,000 ton order, and one second after Corona, I'm getting this cough and everything. equally. So, oh my God. Okay. So at the after the dispatch of each batch, or we can do in two three ways. On each vehicle, we can actually do a quality testing. That's one thing. These manufacturers will be manufacturing these products based on batch wise thing. So they'll be having their own quality certificate, and for each batch, we can send a sample. We can ask them to send a sample to the lab to make the quality testing. So each consignment after sorry each batch of manufactured product will be having a quality, a consistent quality. Okay, so that way we will be able to resolve this particular issue. So once the quality concern is not there, then again the payment will not be a problem. So regarding the quality, there are two three ways that we are operating now. Are you getting that, Mahesh?
Yes, yes.
So each consignment, the buyer can choose the quality testing, or each batch we will be doing a quality testing. Like we can randomly do a quality testing with the seller itself. So batch wise we can ask for a quality testing from their side, as well as we will be asking them to send their sample to our lab and get it tested. So that way we can maintain consistency, the quality consistency throughout the entire shipment.
And one more thing, before we buy any product from the sellers, no, we will be testing every time, right?
Yeah.
Then there is no point of discussing the second point, because if once we check the property or product only, we will be sending to the buyers.
Yes,
So
definitely,
there will be
definitely.
no low quality products involved.
Yeah. And other thing, he was asking for this bulk kind of orders. So yeah, bulk kind of orders we can do batch testing even. The buyer doesn't has to maybe paying for each test, or we don't have to do that for each consignment. We can do that based on each batch. So that's also possible. Anything else,
Nothing.
Radulji?
And I have one more doubt here, because
Yeah, go on,
because of the
Sanjay.
network glitch, I didn't get a middle. Uh, like if buyer is just dropping their product in our website, right? So
Mhm.
who will be doing a pricing part here? The buyer seller will be sending the price, or from our end we will be fixing
So
it.
right now we have Jennifer, Damini, both are working on the transaction support side. They will be getting the prices and floating into the sales team. So that's how we work. So ideally, how it should become is on the coming months, the buyers will be automatically start a transaction automatically. So our interference will be a minimal at minimal. Okay. So again, since we have a transaction support team and everything, they'll do the negotiation part and everything with the manufacturer, or the salespeople will be doing that with the consumer end. And yeah, that's about the pricing part. And there will be two more options available. One is open RFQ, and any buyer. Okay. Any buyer who needs a material, they can actually, instead of sending RFQ to single people, they can actually broadcast that message as an open RFQ. Anybody with the significant quantity and the required quality material can quote me. For example, if I am the buyer, I'll be broadcasting. I'll put my requirements on the dashboard. Like I need 1,000 tons of material. This material at this quality to this place in this month, like that. So multiple people, multiple sellers will be able to float the prices, send the code to this particular buyer. So through that again, the buyer will be having more pricing option, more quality things and everything. So based on the quality, price, payment terms, the buyer will be having a bunch of options to Just like that, the seller also can broadcast a message. I have this quantity available, at this quality, at this price. And if they want to put the price, they can put the price, but normally sellers won't do that. So they can do they can broadcast their availability, and the buyers will instantly able to send them enquiries. So both are two aspects that we are working on, and it will be live on the coming months. So it
And
will make like the we will be able to push more aggressively on the sales and supply part.
okay, in case seller will be buyers will be come and see our website, the seller company name, each and everything details he will get. He can go and connect with the seller directly. No? If he is also ready to give
Uh,
a directly 30
Yeah,
days of a credit, if he
that's a
says,
possibility. Definitely, we cannot prevent 100% of this possibility of buyer going to the seller directly. But again, with our experience, with all these benefits and USPs that we are providing to the buyer, they don't actually go. Most of the people, they have already placed the order in our platform. They actually tend to do that again. They have this tendency to repeat the order through the platform itself. They don't want to go directly. Again, once they are going directly, they won't be having any of these benefits, right? They won't be getting this quality assurance or anything like that. They won't be getting this credit facility, or even this entire visibility of this entire product, anything like that. So at the end of the day, he will be stick to that particular seller itself. So in Biofuel, they have this vast options of multiple sellers they can choose from.
no, actually, because when I was working in Oda, no, we are also doing the same kind of a platform. It's also like
Mhm.
a e-commerce platform, right? So we are also mentioning the sellers and the buyers in the same platform. So
Yeah,
what they are doing is they will go and directly connect with the sellers,
definitely.
and they are also ready
We
to,
cannot 100% prevent that from happening.
yeah, because of mentioning our their sellers company name, it will be loss for us only sometimes.
Yes.
They're ready to give a
That's
they're
quite
ready
a
to give a
possibility.
the,
That's quite a possibility.
yeah,
So,
they may
but
be.
here we are not. They have to search through the net and internet
Hmm.
or some other material methods to get the number of that particular seller. Since we won't be broadcasting, sorry, publicizing any of the those kind of credentials to the public or the users. So that's a possibility that they will go directly. But based on our experience so far, people who has dealt with has a tendency to stick with us because of the benefits that they are gaining out of it. So it's not worth for them to go directly. So that's what we are here for. That's what we are trying to implement or put that particular thought inside their mind.
And is it possible to track our order here?
Yes, if the logistics partner has a tracking link or something like that, there is a option for while executing the order, the seller will be able to put the tracking link there, and the buyer can see that they can track the order. Adulji, yeah, you were asking something.
See, I have one scenario on validity point of view. Like,
Okay.
suppose if I am a seller, I have registered on platform saying
Mm-hmm.
that yeah, I have a four product with so
Mm-hmm.
and so price, and the quantity available is 1,000. Okay, and I have mentioned the price validity and quantity validity. Let's suppose 15 days.
Okay.
So after 16 days or some customer required my price and my quantity. So what happens
Mm-hmm.
to that? Whether that price and quantity is valid after 16 days or what? What happened to
Not
that
actually. It won't be valid. And for example, two options like you have sent a quote. I am sending an inquiry to Adulji, and you will send me a quote, and you put the validity date as today's fourth, right? 7th of February. This price is valid only till that. After 7, I won't be able to see that quote at all on the platform. The code will be expired, and I cannot
Acha.
ask for. Yeah, the code will get automatically expire, and I won't be able to send a order to that pot.
ठीक है. Second scenario,
Yeah.
on execution point of view, if I mention that 1,000 tons is available for 30 days, if
Okay.
customer from his side there is some problem, there is some issue in their process side, or some breakdown is happen in the boiler, so
Mm-hmm.
they may not able to lift the entire 1,000 ton in within 1 month, that
Okay.
validity time. So what
Okay.
happened to that transaction? Tomorrow seller
Okay.
may say, na, tomorrow seller may say, yeah, I
Definitely.
have mentioned the validity of execution or the lifting quantity is 1 month, but you are taking a 2 months. So after 1 month, I may get a good price from the market because there is a huge demand supply gaps, right?
Definitely, definitely. Now, that's one of the USPs of biofuel actually. The seller doesn't have to be dependent on a particular single buyer. So if they are having any issue with the lifting part, the seller will know immediately they are not lifting enough vehicles per day, and they are not going to consume this particular kind of volume in a month. So again, that is they will be raising a dispute to us as well, and we will be helping them to find out whether they will be able to lift that particular volume in a month or not. If they are not able to do that, we can find there are multiple buyers available in the platform throughout, right? So that's another benefit of biofuel. They can rely on other buyers as well. So the seller doesn't have to rely on a single buyer and wait for them to lift the entire material. They still have multiple options available.
But there may be a price difference, price variation will be there. Na? Some kind of deviation will be
Yes,
there,
that's
100%.
that. Normal in this kind of transaction, commodity transactions. This is kind of normal only. Our interfering and negotiate with either with the seller or with the buyer. 1 second. I think I have lost my internet. I think I have lost my net for some time. Can you see?
Your network is very weak
I don't know why people are
today.
coming in and just watching and going. Okay. So hope you can hear me now. Yes, yes, yes.
Your
Just now only I lost the network.
your voice is breaking, boss.
So okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
It's
yes.
still cracking.
Still cracking. Since
No.
since
1 second. Let me connect my.
in the morning, na,
I think the Wi-Fi has some issue.
that's true.
Let me connect my phone. 1 second. Am I audible now?
Yes. Are you through?
Yeah. So hope you can hear me now.
Yes, but the voice is not clear.
I'll do one thing. I'll turn off the video. Let me. Uh,
Echo sound is coming. Echo voice.
yeah, I have turned off my video. So is it better now?
Now it's
Yeah,
clear. Now it's clear.
it's clear.
Perfect. Perfect. Don't know what happened. Suddenly the Wi-Fi seems to be pretty slow. Okay. All right. So yeah, Adulji, we were discussing.
I was discussing that execution point of view. That is clear.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
But one more thing, are we giving any guarantee to the seller that you can buy from this manufacturer and this is a reliable supplier of biofuel, like in terms of quality, on-time delivery, price, and other commercial terms? Are we giving some kind of guarantee or assurance kind of thing to the seller?
So, pretty much our before initiating a transaction, our sales team and our support team will be contacting this particular buyer or seller multiple times, and we will be ensuring that they do have the this quality uh, we will verify the genuinity of this particular seller. So instead of the buyer doing that, we are actually doing that on their behalf so that we can give them assurance. And also we have a since we have multiple sellers available for the same products, we always do have a backup as well.
Okay, okay. No, backup is good, but tomorrow what happened? Okay, since this is an unorganized sector, okay.
Yeah,
If our seller is paying 10,000 rupees per ton to that briquette manufacturer, tomorrow any customer can pay 11,000, and suddenly he stops the supply to our customers. What happens to that customer?
yeah, that's a quite a possibility, definitely. So
It happens because I
It
face the
happens.
problem. See, I'm in
yes,
this
yes,
field
yes,
since
yes,
last 20 years. Okay, and these people
definitely.
will go with where the price got heavily. Okay, because the demand supply gap is going on. So
Yes, yes,
tomorrow,
yes, yes.
commit I can give you 1,000 ton. If tomorrow
Yeah,
somebody gives him 1,000 rupees extra, then he will suddenly he will divert this 1,000 ton to that customer. So what happened
definitely,
to that?
we have already faced that. Those are some care scenarios, but again, since again we will be able to. So far, we were able to bridge that gap with the additional supplies that we have, and that's why we are trying vigorously to onboard more and more suppliers for particular products. Since this kind of problem exists, because yes, it's a very valid point. For example, sodas is something that we are facing this issue. If we are offering 2,000 rupees, somebody else will be offering 2,100 rupees, and they will be sending this particular material to them. So one thing we can get into contracts with these sellers. That's one thing that we can do. Second thing, some of the sellers we are actually even thinking about giving some advance amount. For example, there is a briquette manufacturer here in Coimbatore who provides a very good quality briquettes and do have a very decent supply capacity as well. So, and this kind of scenarios, we'll be getting into an agreement with them. We are trying to getting into an agreement with them and give them an advance as well, so that we will try to lock in them with the agreement or this kind of advance. Yeah,
Correct. See, my strategy says instead of focusing to this seller or customer, I will more focus on my supplier or manufacturer. Let me build my
definitely.
strength first. Okay, then only I can serve to
Hmm.
my customer in a better way. Okay. So tomorrow,
Definitely.
what happen, if I take a order from customer, tomorrow my supplier may not say, yeah, I don't have quantity. But the price is
Hmm.
suddenly increased. So you give me the increased price. So my strategy is clear. I will focus first on my supplier, my base. Then only I will commit to my
Definitely.
sales. useful because for me, my
Definitely,
sales team is my
definitely.
customer. For me, my
Yeah,
sales team is my customer, not that
exactly,
end user.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, so that strategy is clear for me. So I will first of all build
Definitely.
my base. First.
Yeah, yeah.
You may
Perfect,
aware
perfect
the
point,
recent
perfect point.
case of Ultratech, correct?
Yeah, perfectly,
So that
perfectly
strategy we need
portrayed.
to
Yeah.
work out. Correct, correct, correct. We'll make
Well
some
said.
SOP or strategy kind of thing when I will full come into the picture of this biofuel
Definitely,
and feel
that's something we are that's something we are looking forward to do to have a guidance or a pave a track for
yes, yes.
the team to run it. Yeah, that's something that we are looking forward for having you on board. Yeah,
See, before committing customer now, you have to be in confidence that that quantity you can supply to customer based on your supplier's commitment. Okay. So
okay, okay.
I told to Siddharth also, you don't get order until and unless there is a clear commitment and confidence from your vendor base. Okay, I am ready to supply
Hmm.
that much of quantity. Then only you take the
Definitely.
order from that respective customer. Until and unless don't take the order.
Understood,
Correct.
understood, understood. Yeah, that's a fair point. Right now, what we are doing is we are doing it in two ways. Let's say, for example, for those who has we have built a supplier base, we will find buyers at that area or that particular area. And if we have more buyers from a particular area, we will be built a supply base around that area. So
Correct.
that's a track that we are working now. That way, both of the team will get a push. For example, if an area, if Coimbatore has a supplier and he says that I have this much of material available, I need sales. So of course we will be pushing the sales team to create the orders, and
Correct.
similar way we will push the supply team to build up the supply on an area where there is more orders already available.
Correct. Correct. That's good.
Yeah. So on the platform perspective, do you have any other questions like or suggestions? Of course, suggestions will be also great as our updates are going on. So again, I am one of the person who is suggesting all these changes and when it is to be pushed to the platform. So it is suggestions that you have about the platform will be of a great value.
Is there any transaction out of this system right now currently going on?
Offline.
Sorry.
Offline. Offline. Yeah.
Are we doing any offline transaction? Like if you receive
Not
a
actually.
requirement from the
Not
client from
actually.
the mail?
We try to put almost of all of the transactions inside the based on the platform itself. Only the payment is actually happening outside the platform. So till even till last month, it was some of the transactions that they will be placing the order, but the execution of the order was not taking place on the platform. So
Mhm.
right now, after some days, and since now I am into this products and everything, right now I am making sure that every orders are placed on the platform as well as executed on the platform as well. So after we have introduced this new feature like this rating from buyers, it is necessary for sellers to complete the transaction on the platform. Then only they will get the ratings from the buyer. So in
So
future, based on these ratings, yeah, go on.
yeah, Prasadji.
Yeah,
If a customer is not comfortable with the system, since see the customer is also having some limitation to access the system. They are very comfortable with those system SAP or ERP Oracle kind of thing. Okay, so
mhm.
they tomorrow they may say कि, we cannot access your system. We have our system SAP Oracle
Okay,
ERP R12 whatever, and we will release
yeah,
the PO from our system only. Okay.
definitely, definitely.
So what
So
about that transaction?
all these corporate orders that we are taking in, they already have this their own system and ERP system and everything. But still,
Correct.
yeah, they still place the order through our platform, and everything else they are actually doing offline or as well. So right now we are also working on an update for connecting these ERPs to our platform, so that they don't have to do it twice. All the things that we are placing inside the platform, it will be automatically reflected to their ERP. So we are actually kind of yeah, that's something that we are that is on our pipeline actually.
Okay.
And if there is any particular users who are not at all tech savvy, and if they are not at all able to do the use the uh, phone or laptop or whatever it is, then our support team will be able to takes part in the transaction. We are still on working on that process actually. So our support team, based on some OTP or something like that, we can actually act in behalf of the that particular user.
If customer rejects the material, then seller will take it back.
So far, yes, that's also happened. So yes, the seller has took it back.
Okay.
If it is a genuine reason.
Yeah, if it is a genuine reason. Definitely, there are one or two loads because of poor quality of the briquettes. There was one or two incidents that occurred. In that case, the since the seller values us, and the seller, if the seller is quite confident that we will be providing him more orders in the future, definitely they are going to take it back, because they won't lose that chance of getting more orders.
And for
And
example,
seller
if you
can.
if I,
हाँ संजय.
Atul bhai, go ahead.
The seller can direct raise the invoice on buyer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sanjay, bolo.
And Prasad, actually, I have another doubt. If I'm going from the sales prospect of view, if I go to any clients, if I'm going to meet any client for a business, I am convincing buy product from our end, no. So I need to suggest them to buy from our website itself, right?
Yeah.
Online itself.
Yes.
There is nothing offline.
No.
Because some people are not they're not interested to go with the
Yeah,
online.
we have
They're
to.
okay with
They have this certain inhibitions or conservative mentality about internet transactions. Again, many people at the beginning of biofuels, when I visited a lot of people, they even thought that we are kind of scammers who try to steal the money. One second. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. So we are kind of scammers because they always heard this news about people who do transaction through internet lost the money, things like that. So initially we actually face a lot of issues like that. But yeah, once we speak to these kind of people, we were able to educate them about the platform, educate them about the USPs that they are actually benefiting out of the platform. Yeah, all of these people, they signed up. Even last day itself, I had this one of the larger tire oil manufacturer. He doesn't wanted to join the platform. So, but one of his prime what to say buyer was a part of our platform, and he checked with the buyer, and they given the guarantee behalf of us.
why I ask this question means some procurement
Based on
manager
their
will be there.
feedback, he actually joined our platform. Sorry.
Actually, some procurement manager will not accept this because they will be following the old traditional method, like sending a PO format like that.
Definitely. So in that aspect again,
Because of
as
that also
Aditi,
we can lose our customer, no?
No, as Adulji said, we are actually flexible, Sanjay. For all these problems, whatever problems they are raising in, we will be having a solution for them. For example, if they are actually kind of saying that we will be doing only through our ERP, we can say that okay, they can do through their ERP as well as they can do it on the platform as well. Both ways they can do. So they don't have to abandon the conventional way that they are doing this particular transaction. They can still continue to follow that. Again, our platform will be an add-on to whatever they are doing in a conventional way. So that they can reach out to more sellers. They can view the transaction lively. Again, their ERP will be having certain limitations, right? Like in this quality testing, this traceability, or even the discoverability part. All these things, they won't be able to do that from the ERP. So those aspects they can use the platform, and this is at the end of the day, it is free of cost. While registering, they don't have to pay any fees at all.
Yeah.
And how we are getting paid from this transaction? What is the
Okay, so
process?
basically, right now, what happens is once the transaction is done, we will be raising an invoice to the seller and we will be getting paid on our bank account. Ideally, what should happen and what was happening before when we have our own payment gateway system, the commission will be automatically deducted and credited to our bank account. So once
No,
our new
no.
payment gateway system is, yeah, gone.
Now, if seller sell 10,000 rupees per ton to the customer, then we raise the invoice to whom? On seller.
Good seller, yes.
For how much rupees for this 10,000 rupees per?
For sold biofuels, it's generally 100, 150, and 200 rupees per ton. In between that. For liquid biofuels like biodiesel, we actually charge 50 paisa per liter. Biofuel oil, sometimes we'll charge 35 to 50 paisa per liter.
So, which is a part of seller price, which includes in seller price, right?
Definitely, the seller will be quoting the buyer, including our commissions.
Okay, okay, okay. Great, great, great.
Yeah. Anything else?
And after the transaction, seller will immediately remit the invoice amount to our account, right?
Definitely, yes.
Or is there any payment term fixed with the seller?
No, not that actually. They will do the payment immediately because they have received the payment, right? So they have received the payment including our commission. So they will release that immediately.
Okay, okay, okay. It means our commission is included in that seller prices, whatever they quote.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So once the payment gateway is out, we won't be having that headache actually. The once the payment is done from buyer to seller itself, we will get our commission.
Okay. But
Anything else from Mahesh? Arshad? Sorry, Aluji? Yeah, go on.
customer will use the same platform for payment gateway also, or they
Yes.
have
No, the same
because
platform. I have shown you the payment option, right? 1 second.
because some customer might have their own system na, for RTGS directly to the seller's account or
Yes,
any
yes. That's quite possible as well. So in that case, we'll be in the conventional way. We'll do that. Like once the buyer sends a, for example, there's corporates like Ultratech, IDC, people that like that. They'll do that only through their bank system. So in that case, we'll be raising an invoice to the seller and we'll be getting them.
and all these transaction is audited by our auditors, right?
Yes. So we do have a backend and we can see how many people has sent an inquiry, how many orders are taking place, how many orders are completed, things like that. We will be able to see. Harshanji, Mahiji, any inputs or any questions?
Okay.
No, it's all clear.
Omkar, what about you?
ओंकार
Omkar is
कर्नाटका देखना है आपको?
yeah, Omkar is always precise to the point. Only speak a little bit and all clear for him. Omkar, you're on mute.
Actually, I don't know perfect English, so that's why I
अरे
cannot
हिंदी
speak
में बोलना
English.
यार, कोई बात नहीं, हिंदी में बोलना.
I
Yeah,
know
you
little
can,
English now.
you can
That's
ask
why.
anything.
सब वही अतुल सर पूछ दिया ना, वही मेरा माइंड में वही चल रहा था.
क्या डाउट क्या है, बोलो, मैं क्लियर करता हूँ ना, बोलो ना.
Yeah.
अभी आप पूछ रहा सर, वही है क्या वो सर, वो डस्ट साडस्ट अभी सीजन में चलता ना, दूसरा अभी चले सीजन में नहीं चलेगा
अभी सीजन है, अभी
Yeah.
जून तक मिलेगा तुमको सॉडस्ट.
Exactly.
ना. वो सीजन वाइज है क्या वो साडस्ट?
सीजन वाइज बारिश में नहीं मिलता है सॉडस्ट. बारिश में क्या है, वो मॉइस्चर पकड़ लेता है, 60-70% तक मॉइस्चर आ जाता है.
ज्यादा. हाँ ठीक है.
मोस्टली जो भी
तो
वो
अभी
ब्रिकेट
सॉडस्ट
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग स्टॉप हो जाएगा ना बाद में. ओके ओके.
नहीं, ब्रिकेट तो बाद में, जून के बाद, जून के बाद होता है बंद. अभी तो मिलता है, अभी तो सारा मटेरियल मिलेगा. अभी तो सीजन चल रहा है एक्चुअली. ये जो
नहीं, वही सीजन वाइज है ना, मुझे पता नहीं है ये भी.
सीजन अभी तुम्हारा कर्नाटक में इसका सीजन है, कॉफी हस्क और ग्राउंड का सीजन है. अभी सीजन चालू होता है. वेरएज गुजरात में सीजन खत्म हो गया ग्राउंडनट का, लेकिन अभी कर्नाटका में ग्राउंडनट का सीजन चालू होगा. ये 15 दिन में, तो ये 15 दिन में आपको ह्यूज क्वांटिटी में मिलेगा. तुम इधर चले जाओ,
राइसेस भी चालू हो जाएगा ना.
हाँ, चित्रदुर्ग, चलक करे और पावगढ़ चले जाओ, तुमकुर चले जाओ, उधर काफी तुमको ये डिकोडिंग ऑयल मिलेगा. डिकोडिंग ऑयल होता है ना, डिकोडर्स ऑयल मिल, उधर काफी सारा मिलेगा.
I think from Monday onwards, Sadalji will be driving a car to different parts of Karnataka to find out coffee husk, I think.
Yes.
Great.
As of now, how many members are there in supply team?
Sorry?
As of now, how many members are there in supply team?
Users, we have 700 users as of now, as of today. Yeah. So, which includes manufacturers, traders, and consumers as well. A mix of them. Anything else? Or I think, yeah.
It's okay. Understood.
Okay.
All the time.
If you do have any kind of doubt at all regarding the platform, I'll be able to share you the basic knowledge base, and you will be able to. Right now, I'll show you one thing also. See, inside the platform or on our website, actually, if you are inside the platform or on the login screen. Yeah, on the login screen, you can actually, we have installed a chatbot yesterday, and you will be able to see the basic help things like how to send an RFQ, send the counter offer, editing the products, quoting, everything regarding this. So there is a video available on YouTube, so you will be able to see how these things are getting done. Actually, I created this chatbot as a help for who is doing a transaction inside the platform. So I think, yeah, that's it. It's wonderful talking to you, and thank you for your time. And if there is any kind of doubts regarding the tech-related thing regarding the platform, or if you are having any suggestions, any feedback from the customers, we need this kind of options or something like that, or any problems that they are facing in the platform, do feel free to call me at any time at all, because based on the feedbacks only we are improving the platform, overall platform. So it will be great to have your inputs after uh, once you're on action. It will be great to have your inputs for the further development and enhancing the entire platform for increasing the user friendliness and also help the day-to-day operations. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great, great. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
We are meeting at 5:30.
Thank you, Prasad.
That 5:30 is scheduled, na? 5:30 to
I'll
6:30.
check with the Harini and I'll let you know that right away.
Please go ahead, no
Okay.
problem. It's an open forum discussion. We can go ahead. All the
Yeah,
with
okay,
all
okay.
the
I'll
sales team.
definitely. So I think just found out that just thought that once Krishna is here, it will be more like an interactive section. Else, the staff here, the staff here will be having a little bit of consideration as we to ask questions or something like that. So once Krishna is here, those gaps will not be there. That's what's the point. So that it will
No,
be more
yeah.
productive.
ठीक
Because
no
Krishna,
problem.
I'll
Krishna
check
is
that.
also very much
I'll
interested
get back.
interact.
Hopefully, if it is possible, we will do that today itself. Else we'll be postponing that to tomorrow. I'll let you know that. Harini will let you know that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Take care. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.